Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Wick here, and I got some items I've sold. These are all done for me doing retail arbitrage at Walmart, Lowe's, etc. So I picked out a few. I sold so much stuff right after the holidays here, and I picked out some things that were more interesting to talk about. There's so much just bread and butter stuff. It's like random games and stuff that you see this kind of stuff every time, I'm sure, but I try to bring up interesting points on some of these products so it doesn't get too stale. The first item here is this Uno card game. I picked up, there's three different types of the Uno games. I picked up over 100, well over 100 last year. They were $1 a piece on clearance at Walmart. And I ended up selling the Uno Blinks here, 42 of them this year. And $7.98 is what I sold them for. Actually, a few different prices, but I just done the average. The average was $7.98, and I made $3.31 after my purchase. And those 42 landed me $139.02. I did hold them all year until this season, and it's not huge profits by any means, but I'm paying $1 that I'm turning into $3 plus, and they're pretty easy to store, and they're easy to deal with because I just slap a label on them and send them in with a shipment. So I still got a lot of the other editions, sets don't sell as well, but I did sell some of those as well this year, a few dozen, and pretty much the same price. I just didn't add them because I didn't want to just flood this list with just the same type of stuff. But yeah, $139 from 42 of them, and really no effort at all except buying them and carrying them and put them in a box. So here is this Midland radio. I picked up 13 of these at Lowe's for $8. And if you hear wind, it's because it's very windy outside right now, and sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel. But I sold 13 of these for $29.95. You can see that the price is up to $34.65 right now. You don't see that a lot, but look how many sellers there are. There's still 55 sellers selling these things. I got mine in, and I lowered the price to a point that I could just make sure I move mine at Christmas time. Maybe that was a mistake. I say it all the time. You just never know. You can only make educated guesses, and sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. Either way, it's not a ton more money. And between the 13, I still made $191.75. Lowe's did a big clearance event not long ago, and I picked up so much stuff over like a week or two period. And I got 13 of these, and ended up making some great money. And the thing is, there's so many people buying these. If you would have sold them at the time buying them, I think the price went down to like $15 or something like that. And that's why you hold stuff until Christmas. You let other sellers sell out. You let the price kind of bounce back. Because anytime these big retail arbitrage, big box stores have clearance like this, it's usually at every store. And that means there's probably hundreds of thousands of people, looking at this clearance and selling on Amazon. So there's definitely competition out there. And you just have to be patient to deal with it and know how to deal with it if you're going to play the game. So here is a Jeopardy game. I picked these up at Meijer. They were actually 75% off, and I just happened to be there when they were marking the stuff down an additional 75%. So I got them really cheap. $3.75 is what I paid. I got 6 of them, sold them for $34.95. $21.41 on each unit for a total of $128.46 between the 6. And that's getting my money back, and then that's the profit on top of that. All fees are calculated in that final price too, except for, income tax. You still got to pay tax on all your profits at the end of the year. So I don't factor in that. But other than like the Amazon fees, the shipping, all that stuff's factored in. This is something I bought in, I think, February or March of last year, and I held them all the way until Christmas time because I knew they would do better, and I had so many games that I was holding that I got at Meijer during this event, and I I just decided to just save them all and sell them at Christmas because I knew I had so many games, I'd get a huge premium. It was worth storing them because I had space on the shelf for them. Here's something I picked up, I think it was August, September. Found these at Walmart. I forget how many I picked up. I have not sold them all. I still have some in the garage. I think about 3 more. But I paid $25 a piece for them. They were normally $100 at Walmart. So it was a huge clearance price drop there. And I ended up selling 5 of them for $74.89. And if you remember, I was saving these until Christmas because I wanted to get a better price than $75. Because that's currently what they were selling for when I bought them. The price never went up. And it was getting close to Christmas. And I'm like, I just need to move these. Because I don't want to be stuck with them, just get the money flowing again. If the price isn't going to go up around Christmas or in December, especially when there's only like 2 weeks left until Christmas, it's probably not going to go up much more. So I did sell them for $74.89, and I got $22.44 profit. So I didn't quite double my money there, but between the 5, I got $112.20, plus I got my initial buy-in for these back, so I can just use that money somewhere else. So there's a good example of me trying to hold something to get more money, and actually maybe got a little bit less than what I would have got if I would have just sold them right away. And you can see now the price is $64.57, so those other 2 or 3 I have left in the garage, that's going to be even less profit probably. I should have got them out. I may only have like 1 or 2. I don't know. I just know I have at least 1 in the garage because I just remember moving it, I think, today. Here's some Walmart clearance. It's unfortunate I only could find 1 of these. This is a Smart Stream speaker, Google Chromecast, Google Assistant built-in speaker. I found this at Walmart for $20. It was on a clearance island in the middle of the aisle, but it wasn't marked. So I took it over and scanned it. You can use the Walmart app to scan this stuff too, but there was a price scanner right there, so I just walked over and scanned it, and it showed up $20. And I bought it, and ended up saving this too because I think it was $50-some on Amazon, and I figured it would go up around Christmas, and it did. I ended up selling it for $79.99 and made $46.02. It's a shame I didn't have like 10 or 20 of these. That would have been some great profits, but you can't. Sometimes the really good clearance, you're not going to find a whole lot usually. So I can't go a whole year without showing some Christmas stuff that I buy. I always buy Christmas clearance. This year was no exception. I've spent nearly $4,000 on Christmas clearance that I'm going to be saving all year. And I mention it as much as I can that is super risky to do because you have your money tied up. Tomorrow I might not be selling on Amazon. Overall, though, I'm getting this stuff so cheap that I'm probably going to at least get my money back. Worst case scenario, you don't want to put in the work to get your money back. You want to make profits. But if everything goes right, that $4,000 will be at least another $4,000, and I think more like 5 or 6 because I got some great deals this year. But here's something I got last year, and this was a great deal. I got these 90% off, and I ended up paying $19 for these at a Lowe's. And this year, all the inflatables, they went quick. And I got only a few this year, and I spent like $37.50. So I just got 75% off the usually price about $150. I'm not sure why that is, if just more people are buying them, or they just didn't have as many in stock as last year. But these made it to 90% off, and I got them for $19, and I ended up selling them for $118.95. And I got $67.04 profit on each one. I sold 6 of them, and I got $402.24 for the 6 I sold. And I sold about 15 other inflatables. I just didn't add them here. I just added the Minions because they were probably the better one that sold. But I think I got all the inflatables I got last year. I think I got 90% off. So if you got the space and you got the money to have tied up in them, you can buy these. But I've had some inflatables I bought that they just do not sell well the following year. There might be an Amazon listing, and then by the time next year hits, the Amazon listing is gone. and then they're harder to sell on eBay, and then you're not making a whole lot of money for something that large that you're storing and taking up space. But if you do it right, if you pick the right ones, you can make some pretty good money if you're patient. Here is something I thought I was going to get a lot more money for. These are some Mario chess games that I got at that Meyer clearance thing too. They were $3.75 as well. I ended up selling them for $37.98. I got 4 of them. Made $25.15 per unit for a total of $100.60. I thought for sure I was going to be able to sell these for like $60 come Christmas time. I didn't. It was like a week before Christmas, and I said, I just got to mark these down with everybody else because they're not going to hit my $60 target. So, I just ate it. I still made great profit on them. But again, I just want to stress that even though you hold stuff for profit, you might not get it. It's just risk. Sold a bunch of these Lithonia lighting kit things recently. I got a bunch of them at Home Depot on clearance a month or 2 ago. Hasn't been that long, but I just chose this one because it was one of the better sales. Paid $20 for 4 of these. Sold them for $63.21. Got $25.66 per unit for a total of $102.64. So I remember my estimate was $25 profit on these in my video, my haul video, and $25.66. So I got a little bit more than what I estimated. I usually kind of estimate low though, because I'd rather be pleasantly surprised than disappointed. But a lot of this lighting stuff you find at Home Depots and Lowe's can sell well. A lot of it will just sit and never sell. Over the years, through experience, I've kind of been able to pick the ones that I know is going to do well. I kind of get an idea of how the price is going to drop and how many sellers there's going to be. So experience is a big factor in reselling. The more experience, the more you do it, the more you're going to learn, the more instincts you're going to get. And maybe a lot of people are just like, that sounds like common knowledge, and you just kind of like overlook that aspect. But I'm serious. The best way to do it is just go out there and start buying stuff, throwing money around, making mistakes, and learning from them. So here's some more Lowe's clearance. I got a bunch of these Hitachi sanders, I believe 8 or 9 of them. They were $15 a piece. Got a bunch of Black & Decker ones, but I think I talked about those in another video. But I ended up selling 4 of these for $44.99. Ended up $17.33 profit on each one for a total of $69.32. You can see now they're at $59.92. So I'm going to get my other 4 out of the garage and send in my next shipment and hopefully get a more premium price. I'm not sure why I sold them that cheap. They're just, when I sent them to Amazon, it just must have been a reasonable price to price them at. And you can make mistakes. It's very easy when you go to price something, typing in like $4.99 rather than $44.99. I've never actually done that. It's always been a fear of mine. But let me know in the comments if anyone's like sells on Amazon, they've priced something wrong like that. Because that would suck to have like 100 units of something that you were selling for $44.99 and just accidentally price it at $4.99. Wake up the next morning and they've all sold for $4.99. And not only have you lost all that potential profit, you're probably paying Amazon to lose that money on top of that. So, that's a nightmare scenario I never want to be a part of. And here's something I bought over a year ago at Home Depot. These are patriotic star lights for 4th of July. I paid $3 for a bunch of these at Home Depot, and I sold them like last 4th of July, I thought, and then I found 3 behind a shelf that apparently have fallen over and I didn't notice. And I looked at the price. I said, whoa, these are at $39.99 right now. So I went ahead and like, you know what, maybe the Christmas, boost in price, what people actually buy these. So I sent in all 3 and they sold really quick for $39.99. That's more than I got around the 4th of July for them. I was selling them for $24.99 the 4th of July. So because these fell behind the shelf, I made more money in the end. And between the 3 I sold, I made $65.85. So another example of what can happen if you hold stuff at different times when there's less competition, different times of the year. It's all about timing. There's so many factors to look at when you're selling something on Amazon or eBay, anywhere. And if you're good at timing, you're good at prediction, you can really kill it. But that's going to do it for this video, everybody. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button for me. Subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Until next time.